And SHADIC, because not only did he make it into the top 8, but now he's also won a set within the top 8.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
see how much further these guys can go. Unfortunately, only one of them is going to stay in the bracket after this one.
We're watching the creation of a legend and the return of another one right now here in losers quarters, fighting for 5th place. Crazy thing about considering the weekends that they've had, but only one of us can advance right here. Let's see who it's going to be. And it's going to be PS2 for the first game of this set. Roy versus Corrin, obviously. You knew what you were going to get when you saw the names on screen.
Yeah, a classic Final Fantasy duo here. You love seeing it. RPGs are awesome, and so are these players. Great start for SHADIC, but Kola able to fire back in a big way. That said, SHADIC not fazed by that. He's like, yeah, I'll make it back up. And the pin into the kick. Suddenly it's an offstage situation. Roy not known for his prowess there.
And delaying the recovery to get past the pin, and luckily just narrowly avoiding it the second time around. But Kola, you got to find a way to get back down to the ground. Luckily, the pin is so stale. It's had so much success that it cannot kill you right now. And they tried to avoid it a third time. You saw the active decision to change the angle to not get 2-framed right there, but it came back to bite him, and SHADIC's going to get that stock anyway.
Yeah, Kola trying to go as low as possible. Unfortunately, just a little too much on that. We'll see, though. What is he able to do with the fresh stock? Fresh perspective, maybe jab into forward smash, catching SHADIC holding in right there. Yes, smelling the fear once again. That's how that jab does so many crazy things for you, right? It's like the player you're fighting wants to get back to center stage. They know the cost of DIing out against Roy, but sometimes it could be your death as well.
It lined you up perfectly for that forward smash, take a little bit off the top every single time. Now Kola, even though they got that stock, they are back to being in a very precarious situation right now. SHADIC has just been playing full momentum, no stops, no breaks whatsoever. And finally just now getting some real damage going. Now you can get off the ledge and you just fight the way off with the drop down up air. All right, back down on the stage. Jumping over that grab, looking for something to even up this game, but it's not finding anything just yet. Okay,
wow.
Yeah, why not? It worked the first time. Oh,
Yeah.
what? Did Jared? Not yet, just not close enough to the ledge, but you do not see Roy out there. There is no way you're prepared to deal with Roy that far off stage right then and there.
You know who you do see out there, though, is Kola. This man out for blood at all times, but SHADIC getting it done as well. The Dragon Fang shot going to come through, pick up a kill, tie up the stocks. Okay, what's going to happen? That reverse hit of up air, man, that has been the moneymaker for SHADIC all weekend. It hits so far back, so low to the ground, and it's really difficult for other sorties to compete with that kind of range.
Bro, the pretty movement for SHADIC to get her on that left platform looking for the up air, but then Kola still had the timing to parry it and nullify the entire situation. That's how you know they're both playing really well right now. But SHADIC might be playing a touch better. They've been able to find their hits way easier than Kola has been able to, but when Kola finally gets the hits, he's making every single one of them count. They know what they need to do.
Yeah, Roy definitely with the more fierce combo game of the two, but Corrin with a crazy advantage state to make up for it. Oh no, trying to air dodge to the ledge.
Why didn't that grab? I feel like I should have grabbed there.
I think he went at too steep of an angle. If he had gone a little bit more right instead of down, then we would have seen the game continue. But unfortunately for Kola, just making a mistake that cost him his life and the game all in one fell swoop.
That's the fear that pin puts in people, right?
Yes.
Because frame 6, ultimate kill option, that 2 frames and hit below ledge. Every time you're off stage, dealing with it on stage is one problem. But when you're at the point where you're recovering, it feels like you're dealing with a different move entirely. And you can see how it forces people to change the way they recover. You can't do what you would normally do because that's pin food. Like, I can take that every day of the week. And we saw 2 stocks right there from Kola drop because he was trying to adjust around pin.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that air dodge to the ledge, there's definitely a period of vulnerability at the start of the air dodge, at the end of the air dodge, and also on the 2-frame window, right? So even if he had aimed that properly, there's no guarantee he would have gotten away from SHADIC. Either way, he's going to have to forget about all of that, move into this game 2 with a completely fresh outlook, right? It was still close. He was making that comeback happen, and so far it looks like he's been able to transfer that into a good start.
I feel like a player like Kola, if they're able to tell themselves that the adjustment is don't get hit, they will unironically start playing better. Like, that's not good advice for a lot of people, but when you get someone like this, where you go like, oh, bro, you lost because you were getting hit too much. Like, oh, okay, that works. And then they just start winning. Like, I've seen it happen.
Yeah, man, there's definitely those players out there that they kind of see the game in a different way, right? They don't need all the scientific breakdown and analysis. It's just like, yeah, they can see it right in front of them so easily.
Oh, that was tricky. The double jump pin right there, just trying to catch Kola running forward, because that looked like such an opportunity, such a good opportunity rather, to run forward, get the pivot F tilt. SHADIC knew it, had something ready for it, but Kola just showing off so much patience right now. And it worked out perfectly because they got stuck on the left side of the stage anyway.
That was nuts. Wow, and SHADIC
Right
immediately
back.
Responding. Let's see, Kola, you've got a brief second of invincibility. What can you do with it? Actually getting scooped by the low hitbox of the kick there. Okay, SHADIC fighting him off, saying, no, I'm not going to go down that easily. Won that game for a reason. Oh, my God. Looking for the American air dodge?
Uh-huh, absolutely. There's a reason why they call it that. We got two Americans on screen. One of them got hit in a shaky situation. That air dodge in was a pretty good bet right there, so I don't fault Kola for running back and looking for the F smash.
Okay, a B just going to thwart that aerial approach from SHADIC.
Ooh.
Shake him off his back. Kola is still so aggressive from the ledge. Of course, you can usually count on a Roy player going for the drop-off double jump nair in most situations, but Kola is just so fast with it and places it so precisely that even if you know it's coming, it can be hard to defend against.
Yeah, the way they're able to just be in so many spots at once is kind of ridiculous. The multiple hits of down, beating that Blazer, and the poor DI right there, that might be the end of it for him right here. Not a good situation. SHADIC able to capitalize the latest nair of all time into the hardest back air I may have ever seen. And that's going to be the combination to get that stock off.
Absolutely love that ledge trap from SHADIC. Of course, you got to be so precise to hit neutral get up with most moves, but something as active as Corrin's nair also taking care to place his back to Kola and the ledge, setting up perfectly for that back air. Such amazing execution, but Kola saying, I can do the same damn thing. I'm evening this right back up.
All right, just get off me so I can get some start right here, and it worked to perfection right there. Looked like a very, very weird looking dare, low down to the ground, but it did exactly what it needed to do. The ground hitbox just push the opponent away real quick. Hopefully I can get something started right there. And SHADIC was able to convert off the straight hit. But speaking of converting, here comes Kola. We're playing offense. You got to find a way to land. SHADIC able to do it. And it feels like they're just trading blows back and forth so quickly. One person's in advantage, then the other person, and they're just trading back and forth like a great game of tennis right now.
Hey, Kola needs something right there. Just clipping the last hit of up B. It's far from enough to put him back in a favorable position, but still just saying, hey, I'm down to air you with this move.
Oh! Okay, we saw that earlier too. Literally the exact same purpose. If you run at me, you're going to have to deal with this pin sweet spot, mind you. And the first time Cole didn't run into it, didn't deter SHADIC at all, did it again, and got it to work that time. And now we're up big 2-0 in the set.
Looking pretty damn good this whole weekend. SHADIC on the verge of guaranteeing himself a spot in top 4 at Let's Make Moves Miami. I don't know if Kola has something up his sleeve for this, if he's going to be able to pull this one back and rally, but if there's any player that can do it, especially coming off this long break, I think it's Kola, man. The guy brings so much fire to the table, so much heart in his gameplay. Also, you know a lot of people out there want him to win, whether they're in this venue or not. So let's see, can the crowd favorite do it?
Yeah, you're talking about fire, but we're looking at a potential flame out here courtesy of SHADIC, man. The way they've been able to cut all the momentum that Kola had coming into this from winners semis has been ridiculous. Like, obviously, Kola's been hanging around, but in every key situation that SHADIC needed to regain control of the game, they've been able to do it. And that's going to be the key for Kola if they want to keep the set going. They have to be able to take the reins and just hold on to him a little bit longer in these situations.
Wow, that pin actually reaching as it latched to the platform.
Yeah, that was very weird.
Such a creative way out of disadvantage. Oh my God! SHADIC running all the way to the corner to blow Kola up with that sweet spot forward smash. Max distance right there, and he's keeping the pain coming here.
Bro, this kid is mechanical.
Oh, I thought he was going to down air and
There's
trade.
no way. It's coming. I know for a fact they're looking for it, but now is not the time.
Oh, the platform tech chase. No, actually pushing Roy off right there.
Quick decision to land and roll right there, get themselves out of harm's way. Pivot F tilt, Kola gonna get himself right back in the game. Stocks are even, 75% ain't nothing to Roy. He does not care, he cannot read, he cannot do math, so we're gonna get back in there, we're gonna press those buttons if the game is even.
Loving that footstool out of shield game from SHADIC as well, knowing that Corrin doesn't really have the fastest out of shield buttons, but with every single character, that is frame 4. If your opponent is even a little bit negative on block, you can pick that up with certain characters.
Bro, the way SHADIC is playing right now is crazy. Like, it feels like Kola has just been scrambling for an entire 3 games now.
Yeah, definitely looking just a little caught off guard by SHADIC's style.
God. Down tilt, you're looking for the up air, but you air dodge, good stuff. but still not good enough. SHADIC able to cover it with the insta-pin as soon as you touch the ground, man. This kid is just on fire right now.
Oh my God, that could have been the great equalizer. Kola really needed a choice hit like that, but even still, he's got this ledge trap. When Roy has positional advantage, it feels like anything is possible sometimes. SHADIC, though, gonna find his way back to center, actually turn things into his favor.
There you go, good pickup, just adding on more damage that we cannot afford to take on right now. Kola, every little bit damage helps, and the big chunks that Corrin takes definitely don't help either. Neutral air, back air once again. And a 3-0 victory from SHADIC. We got our first set in top 8 of a big event. Let's go ahead and take a second one. Let's be greedy while we're here, you know?
Yeah, man, what an amazing run SHADIC is on right now, but also Kola really stunning the crowd. Everybody give it up for Kola. Welcome back, man. We have missed you so much, and we are so glad to have you in the building this weekend. Also, on a personal level, I'm very flattered that one of our events is the one that he decided to make his great comeback at. And it's not over. You could still see him at Port Priority in just 2 weeks from now. So, Kola, he's back in the fold. Couldn't be happier about that. But SHADIC, man, what an improvement course this guy is on.
That Corrin is crazy.
It really is.
It actually just took Kola and smacked him up for 3 games. Like, everything was on point. I don't think we really saw any crucial drops from that kid the entire time that he was playing it. Everything worked. Everything that I'm doing has intention and purpose, and it's going to work just because I've